Kent, it's Mark. Do you read me? Over.
Yes, I do. I do not wish to be here any longer, but I am quite sure that feeling is mutual.
Well, just for the record, this is the one you get. I'm not doing any favors after this, and you know it. So anyways, I'm gonna head over to that relay tower and see if everything's up and running. After that, I'll rendezvous with you back here.
Just don't get close to the water no matter what you do. No one knows what's in it, and no likelihood it's polluted.
Well, everyone gets one favor. I take care of my buddies, and I know you took care of me.
Well, not much you can do, missing a face in your arms, I suppose. But I'll see you back here in a minute. Good luck, Marcus. Marcus? Marcus, you've turned off your recording device. Marcus, are you there? You've been standing there for hours. What do you do? Is he okay? Is he still there?
He's bothering you again. Do not worry about him. Come with me. I am waiting at the chapel.
The chapel? I could have sworn that place was... Never mind, it's across the bridge. I'll be there soon, Aurora. Mark, where are you going? Mark?
Alright, I'll make this real easy since you fell asleep on me last time. Basically, you're gonna walk forward into the dark trench right in front of you if you want to start this tutorial. If you want to skip this tutorial, you can go to that tent and get a good night's rest. However, I'm not gonna stay around all day again, so you better get moving. Alright, to start, you can hold the shift key to sprint. Seeing how you're not exactly made of unlimited energy, don't do it too long. You can tire yourself out. Pretty quickly, too. Looks like a bit of that debris got in the way. Go ahead and hold the C or Control key to crouch under it. Move on. You can press the space bar to jump over obstacles in your way. This also takes your stamina up, so try not to do it too much. You can run and jump and get a bit of a running start. It'll make you jump just a little higher. It might not seem like much, but it's pretty useful, especially when you have higher objects that you need to climb. Okay, you've demonstrated that you know how to basically navigate a space. It's pretty useful in the field. Now, there's a shed over to your right with some guns in it. Go ahead and grab them, and you can climb over the scaffolding when you get out. We're gonna go start shooting some bad guys. You can press V to switch your fire mode button. Now some guns can switch, and so can some weapons. But some can't, like a grenade. I don't exactly think that has any more than one fire mode, but unless you happen to be some sort of genius that can invent a secondary grenade fire mode button, yeah, just pull the pin. In this training exercise, you will eliminate the enemy base by any means necessary. It is recommended that you snipe them with the HK-416 rifle that we have provided. However, you're more than welcome to do this at your own discretion, but be advised you do not have much ammo. If in the case you run out of ammo during this exercise, you can press the Alt button to hit a motherfucker in the head with the butt of your weapon, or to shove them away. Do not run out of ammo. Otherwise, you can kiss your ass bye-bye.
Marcus,
What you're about to do is brave, but if you continue the way you did before, nothing will change.
What are you talking about?
You came back for a reason. That means nothing changed. Some loose ends are meant to be tied.
Some loose ends are made to be loose. Unless they end you. You knew that. Yet you brought me back. Why?
Another calls your name, knowing you only had to listen. He requested I relay his final message before the rupture.
Me? Who? Wait, what was his message?
Destiny 9 will go at 6. Not for me, at least for her sake. Bad things are happening. It's only going to get worse.
9, 4, 6, and then... thanks,
Camilla lucidly, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus, are you up? I'm waiting for you. It's been hours.
Yeah, what was it I was doing again? I'm so sorry. I dozed off there.
Phil's been out. I think he went slacking or something. Over at that church. You should have had this figured out a couple of hours ago.
Understood. I'll get that sorted right away. Sorry, boss.
I don't know what you found back there.
Schematics to the entire city. I think you need to get your boys in here now.
If they have any say about it, won't be much of anything left. Commander, if I may make a suggestion, we have a weapons stash up ahead. You could probably find some anti-air cannons there.
To do what exactly? Launch a daring assault against a bunch of Imperial airships?
Well, as far as they know, we haven't betrayed them. The coup must be in progress inside the city. You know there's been an uprising in progress there for months. They wouldn't know we were hitting them from the outside and in.
And how does this relate to your plan?
We have reinforcements on our side inside the walls. Say, if we could send someone like Mark well beyond the limits of the wall, currently under attack over there, well, needless to say, we could get in and out scot-free.
Then Marcus, I suppose, could go find the sympathizers to the rebellion and tell them this information we haven't found. Think of that one first. Was there another?
I didn't have any better ideas, all due respect, sir.
That is not the problem. All I worry about is you. What will you do? Yourself and the others?
As far as we're concerned, we'll hold off any insurgents and fail. They will have blown up this facility in their efforts to get across the bridge.
Michael, right?
We were trained for this, sir. There won't be anything.
I see. You've done well, Michael. Bye.
First time facing down death and disappearing.
If you're lucky, it'll be the last. Now, where do you need me?
Oh, there should be a tunnel at the entrance you came in from. Head that way.
Marcus, can you hear me? Over.
I hear you. What's going on?
Well, as you're no doubt aware, checkpoint A1, it seems, has been having some issues lately. We've sent a fair few people out there to stop the growth of the poison ivy, but they haven't responded. We're sending you to investigate.
Oh, me? You shouldn't have. You know I'm allergic.
I would have sent Michael or Chuck if I had another choice. Now, get over there.
Sir, yes, sir.
Where would you go if you could go and leave your troubles until tomorrow? would you run? Forget the sun. Just forget about what you have done. What would you pay just to run away? Just forget what you did yesterday. If you could see where you would be, would you run away with me? I think you could say there was an escape. Don't you mistake what else I can take. What would you say if you could join me? Just to understand. Lines of dead sand. They'll help you tonight. They'll give you a hand. So don't misunderstand. It's part of the plan. To rid of their spine. Darkness descends. Give sense to light. So don't you stray, don't run far away. Where these lines of dead sand, they will say that way. Don't you resist, or you'll find it pointless. When it has begun, we will have the sun. You think you could say there was an escape? Don't you mistake what else I can take. What would you say if you could join me just to understand? Lines of dead sand will help you tonight. They'll give you a hand. So don't misunderstand. It's part of the plan. To rid of their spine. Darkness descends. Give sense to light.
So then I went to that church and, well, that's the last thing I can remember before I got here.
I can certainly say you got a very vivid imagination, mister. But here's what I remember. 5 p.m. Saturday, I came over to Checkpoint Alpha 1. Some of them lumberjacks had been having some issues. So after we went over there, we went to Kent. You kept him waiting, and he kept trying to buzz you on the radio. He probably fell asleep over in that church, but I couldn't remember for sure. don't know what it is with you sneaking around churches, but, he couldn't exactly wake you up. I guess you must have been having some nice dreams, because you were still in the comms, talking about some lady. And, well, he was able to knock you out of it, and you came over. After that, you started running off into the, abandoned quarantine zone. Then, I thought you must be seeing shit, talking about auroras or something. But I guess you weren't crazy, because I could see it too. And, this is real bad.
I think I lost track of time. Did I? How did I get here?
Well, aside from that story of yours, I don't know. But I do know Kent ain't here, whatever happened to him aside. He's got a boat, and I think you were supposed to meet him here after he did some terrible shit. I don't much care for his antics, nor do I intend to turn you in. In fact, quite the contrary. I intend to, leave with you on that boat of his. This whole city is 20,000 leagues under the sea. I don't expect much to be left standing by now. We can leave this all behind, and no one will ever know.
The boat was more of an insurance policy. Get out jail free card.
I know that. I think you can tell something's wrong and you wouldn't be able to live with yourself if you left. I'm going to be real with you, there ain't much here. So if that boat is really what you say it is, I'd like to take it. You're more welcome to come with me. I ain't exactly fancy on staying here.
So that's it, Michael? You just gotta leave?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get going. I know if you leave with me, you're not ever gonna get the answers you want. And you know what? That's fine. But, there ain't nothing here. Everyone's fucking dead, and there's literally anywhere else you and I could be. But by all means, if you want to just stay here and drive yourself crazy, you're more than welcome to. If you continue down that path, I'm not coming with you. But right now, you got a choice to make.
Where would you walk if you could go and leave your troubles until tomorrow? Where would you run to forget the sun, just to forget about what you had done? What would you pay just to run away, just to forget what you left yesterday? If you could see where you would be, would you come and run away with me?
Bad things come in threes. Bad cards. Bad hands. Irony. When all of reality becomes poetry, your life turns into a tragedy. Someday you'll say, I believe it's true. Lest you find out fate believes in you. And there's nothing you can really even do. As the darkest of nights starts to fall too. Bad things come in threes. What keeps you guessing is a mystery. Sin, spite, and tragedy. Darkness falls upon your world to see. Destiny is calling me. Why did you kill?
What the fuck does that mean? Why did I kill? Who the fuck are you?
It's a simple question. Answer mine, and then I'll answer yours.
I had no choice. They were gonna tear me to pieces if I didn't defend myself. What the fuck are you thinking? Why did I kill? Fuck you. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just knock your head off right now.
Marcus, I know you're upset.
Upset? I'm fucking livid. I've had it. Answer me right now, or I'm gonna kill you.
Well, maybe you want to know what happened to your friends? Kent, Aurora? That sound interesting to you, or you just want to keep threatening me?
How in God's name do you know about that? Tell me right now. How do you know everything about me? How does everyone know?
Because, Marcus, just like you, everyone was there. I was too. And it's clear, to me beyond any doubt, you have eyes. You've just decided not to use them. So fine. You know what? I'll tell you. But let's just put our guns down so we can talk, okay?
I'm not lowering my gun. You got 5 minutes. Start talking.
Fine. It was 2012. That's when everything started to flood. When things flooded,
were about to go on a date with a woman named Aurora. Before this happened, you had rescued a small dog you named Dexter. You gave him to me. Your closest friend, Kent Khalil. Not like he cared, but I was there to help. I babysat that little dog for you because you said you couldn't leave him alone. And eventually town flooded. Water was tragically getting too high. And there was nowhere to run except back to my farm. So I had to take your dog with me. We never really saw each other again. I kind of wish things were different now because, simply put, this isn't the way I would have wanted to have seen you again. But all the same, this is the way things happened.
Then do tell me where you've been all this time, Kent. If that's really what you are, not just my mind playing tricks on me. Tell me, if you're Kent, what happened to my dog?
Since your dog is more important, I'll start with him. I was never able to find you again, Marcus. But he lived a good long life. He was a sheepdog, although it's kind of odd for a wolf to be a sheepdog. He loved small animals. You should have seen him around the chickens. Yeah, he was a good boy. He lived for a good long 10 years. Died of old age. I know that's not the answer you probably wanted to hear, but it's what happened. As for me, we never did see each other again. Not in person, at least. We tried to stay in touch from this radio, but when the water came, the Major wanted me to get back. He was looking to repurpose some of those antennas, those arrays, for military use. I told him I couldn't. I had no means of getting over there. He said he'd give me a helicopter. I said no still. And then threatened me at gunpoint and said if I didn't go, he would just kill me. I told him, what use is that? Your arrays are going to be toast. If the waves don't get them, then surely the radiation will. Send someone who's qualified. He said he didn't have anyone, and that if I didn't want to have a summary execution, I would go. And so I did. He was there on the ground personally, holding me at gunpoint. Told me to swim across a destroyed bridge. The water was going unbelievably crazy that day. This whole place had still been flooded from years past, you remember. Said to swim. Go across there, that last array, and I'll forget that you tried to commit treason years ago on these same arrays. I just told him to shoot me, and he didn't care. He told me to go across. So I did. It was right. Years prior, I had been over there, trying to sabotage them. Instead of giving him the array he wanted, I had some C4, so I just blew it up. I fell in the water, and I didn't make it.
That makes no sense. How can you be here to tell me this story and be dead? And you sound different too. Are you sure that you're not just lying to me?
I'm not. Eventually, my Egyptian accent faded over the years. Being a country man gives you a country accent, but wondering how I'm able to tell you this story and be dead. Come now, Marcus. You don't really think that I could tell you this story and be dead if you weren't dying a little too? You left your last chance to leave over at a church, or what you thought was the church. Quite the contrary, it was in fact the same antenna array that I was forced to go to. That broken bridge. Your brother did at least give you the option to leave with some pizza, but I don't think that much matters now. He can't come back to get you. He sure as hell won't. But you had another question, and I'm sure you want to know. Aurora, where is she? Maybe even who is she?
Just tell me where she is.
She left. I think it was about 3 days ago. Took the first evacuation ship out of here. Any time you've been seeing her? Nah, she wasn't here. I believe she left as soon as we were planning to blow that whole antenna array that started everything to the ground. That, rebellion of ours. You know, these imperial fascists, they decided, hey, let's burn down your church one day. Take away your beliefs. It wasn't just us, the lumberjacks wanted some payback too. Entertainment, it's gonna kill you. You need to focus on survival. Don't you remember? Do you remember none of this? Perfect.
So it was this Major guy. He's the one who killed you? He's the one who set all this into motion?
Well, he wasn't the one who was setting it into motion, but he wasn't helping it either. I don't know exactly who set this all into motion. I just know that he's one of many puppets, a part of it. Death has its limits, but one of them is not denying you what you want, if you want it. You have a choice, like you always have.
And what's that choice?
To burn, or be at peace. You've heard yourself sing it before, maybe not with your voice now, because you always wanted to be a rock star. Life never gave you the chance. If you are to be at peace, knowing that there's nothing you can do except wait, I can give you my army of these, torched. They can build you a beacon that possibly could signal someone to rescue you. You and I both know that you're a bystander. All of this, isn't your fault. These are things that were well beyond your control, and you won't be blamed for it. I understand you're frustrated, but that's all I can guarantee, a possibility. On the other hand, if you're tired of all of this, you can let it burn. The Major, you might not be able to get everyone, but you can at least get him. I don't know what that'll do to their plans, whoever decided this lines of dead sand, but I know he's a part of them. And if you really want, you can go over to his ship. He has one last one. He'll be backed by an army. He'll realize that he's guilty, and he'll try to defend himself. Of course, to cover his tracks. You wouldn't want to dirty his record, after all. But there's no possibility of an escape. You'll never know freedom. This place, you'll doom it to be burned. Nothing will stop it. But you can at least have closure. Maybe not the closure you wanted, but the only one that death can give you. Take as much time as you need, Marcus. I'll let you decide. Marcus, I know something's been bothering you for a while, but I just wanted to know why it was you needed a helicopter.
Well, I don't know. You tell me, Major. There's a viral outbreak and time is of the essence. Need to be quick. I forgot something.
Okay. How long is that going to be?
20 minutes.
Okay. Well, you have your 20 minutes. You take any more than that, I'll have one of these boys come down there and wake you up. We got a virus to stop, so you better be quick.
All right. Thanks.
Welcome. I've been expecting you. You're right on time.
What? Who are you?
I am Three of Spades. It's nice to see you again, Brutus.
Brutus. My name is Marcus.
That's just the Navy's code name for unknown contacts. Mark isn't a person. Us as a question of motives and amount of people alongside you. I'm sure your group arrived here in one piece.
I've been the only survivor for so long. They'd been dead for years. I failed them. I couldn't forgive myself.
Why didn't you just go home? You had the decent sense to run. But why stay when the roads out of here were safe?
This is my home. I don't have anywhere else to go. I prayed to God in those old churches. They crumbled. I called for help. The radios and phones were broken. When I screamed out in terror, I heard nothing but static.
Well, you saved my churches, so I returned the favor. That's how the Navy found this place. That's how you were able to help their rescue efforts. I answered your calls, although I'm sorry they fell on deaf ears. The stress must have felt like the end of the world to you.
It was agonizing. Like I couldn't breathe. I was losing sleep. Panicked. I lost my mind. I thought I was going insane.
You've been in this rut for so long, you've forgotten what it's like to be free from the need for conflict. But even before this tragedy, you were never really happy, were you?
No. I saw people making bad decisions, one after another, where they wouldn't strive to push their lives, tech, and society to their utmost limits with the newest and best things. They soon strive to smother it and bury the future under an avalanche of emotions, archaic machines, and confuse people into burning their world without even knowing they die in the fires with the rest of us.
So instead of moving to the future, they did everything to stay in their past. Actively hostile towards bettering themselves and their lives to stay complacent in this purgatory. And they strive to be nothing more than the tools they use to entertain themselves with. Mere machines robbed of their agency in life, just to pretend to belong somewhere they never did, and to never grow up.
Exactly. They wanted to belong so badly they didn't even realize they were walking right into a coffin into the river. That's why I'll never forgive myself for what I asked of Kent. He trusted me.
What did you ask of him?
If I told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it? And he did, just because I acted like I had some authority to say it. And he died never knowing any better once he hit the water. I can only say, I did it to know if he would. I killed him, Spade. I can't forgive myself.
I assure you that the fault lies squarely with us, not our stars. There are certainly those who would want you dead above us mere mortals for this. But I think you'll be cleared of all charges. You've never killed anyone in your life. You clearly care too much to do so. But people are gullible. Of course they'll do it for you. Just to belong.
Where is she?
I assume you mean Aurora. She's dead. Actually, been dead a long time before you and I, I'm afraid.
That's impossible. She said she'd be here.
She never was the best at lying. I can assure you that. It's a saying of Occam's razor. She took the easy way out. The hangman's girl hung herself after being buried alive by mountains of debris during the first riots in 2012, where this all began. Only the good die young, Brutus. I'm sorry.
Damn it. I shouldn't have left her.
Unfortunately, there was nothing you could do, even if you had known of her mental state. Time has always had it out for you. But I never agreed with what time told us.
You say that as if time itself would want to be dead. It's just a tool we use to keep a schedule, do our jobs. Not afraid of a clock.
But you were never the best at keeping track of it. And speaking of, we're almost out of time.
What do you mean?
What I mean is you got 2 more minutes. If you have any questions, now would be a good time to ask me.
What were those monsters? The torched?
Nasty things. Not dead or alive.
Not dead or alive? Then what?
Asleep. When you go too long without sleep, you'll see them. Too much longer, and you'll likely have seizures and die. Thankfully, most don't join them. But they're no zombies, I assure you of that. They're the first evolution of what came before man. There's a love of death and destruction in all of us. That is what they are.
So that's what you meant by time?
Exactly. They are the monsters who wish to bring this world back under the shadow of death. They are the regression of life to archaic times you fear the most. They overwhelm you and make you think you have no control, when you truly have more than ever. They also convince people that older tech and things are better, when I'm sure your puppet master has been prone to the horrid state of the Game Guru engine throughout this desperate hour we lived in.
Hey, the fourth wall is a delicate thing. If they broke, don't fix it. Stop trying to lighten the mood. So, anyways. What now? Where do I go from this?
One of 2 things. You know how this place fell apart. you could easily repair it and give the people what you lacked before. Someone to believe in.
And the second?
Run with me. Leave this place behind. And we'll work together to build a new one. Better than ever. A change of scenery would do wonders for morale, don't you think?
But with each,
there is a price to pay.
Why not both?
The Navy only have so many resources. Unfortunately, not enough for both. Probably not in our lifetimes. Unless you'd like this to be a repeated incident and the entire country follows suit.
So not both then. I'll need a minute to decide.
By all means, take as much time as you want. My time, however, is over, and I have to go.
Where?
Purgatory. When you've made your decision, I'll be back, but until then I have one more thing to do. I promise I won't be long. I just have to tell my old lady goodbye. Just a moment.
You didn't answer my... Okay, Spade. I'll choose.
Where would you go if you could go and leave your troubles until tomorrow? Where would you run and forget the sun? Just forget about what you have done. What would you pay just to run away? Just forget what you did yesterday. If you could see where you would be, would you run away with me? I think you could say there was an escape. Don't you mistake what else I can take. What would you say if you could join me? Just to understand lines of dead sand. They'll help you tonight. They'll give you a hand. So don't misunderstand. It's part of the plan. To win out there's fight. Darkness descends. Descends to light. So don't you stray, don't run far away. Where these lines of dead sand, they will say that way. Don't you resist, or you'll find it pointless. When it has begun, we will have the sun. You think you could say there was an escape? Don't you mistake what else I can take. What would you say if you could join me just to understand